Hey Zen fam. So check this out. Game have decided that they're now going to be the people to sell you an Xbox One Series X mini fridge type of thing. Not the big gigantic fridge that you're seeing people like iJustine getting that. The little one. I'm not sure how little is little, but if I understand it correctly, I think it's about that big. Maybe a bit bigger, maybe a bit smaller. I don't really know the dimensions. But it's a mini fridge, so how big can it really be? And that got me to wondering and to tweeting. Game, why is it you're prepared to sell a mini fridge, a food storage device, regardless of whether or not it looks like a games console? It's still a food storage device. It almost has nothing to do with gaming, apart from the fact that, of course, obviously, it looks like a game system. And yes, you do sell other products that look like game systems, but it's technically, forgive the phrasing, white goods. It's a kitchen appliance. It's a food storage thing. So, why on earth are you selling this? But yet, you are not selling any, as far as I'm aware, of the SSDs that are meant for PlayStation 5 memory expansion. What is that about their game? Now, I have spoken to your employees in the past in a couple locations, so don't go bothering trying to figure out where I've done it, just know that I have. Okay, and I have been told categorically by a number of employees of yours that you're not going to sell SSD expansion modules. And the reason, I was told, why you won't sell these memory sticks is basically because they're all third party. You know, by Western Digital or Samsung or whoever have you. Because now at the moment there's about 6 or 7 of them on the market that I've seen, at least, probably a couple more down the road. And there'll probably be variations from these companies making other ones of larger sizes and greater complexity. Probably built, some of them with built-in cooling, some of them without, and so on and so on and so on. There's even one available where it actually, the top of it is the same kind of cover that you take off to put it in, and that's part of the heatsink. So you get a bit more space for heatsink. Brilliant. But Game won't sell it. What Game told me, or at least members of Game staff told me, is they will only sell one that's made by PlayStation for PlayStation. Now, admittedly, yes, as I have stated in previous videos, that would be my preferred option. I do prefer first party stuff. You know, I don't like to buy third party if that is indeed a choice I can make. But considering that Sony don't seem to be interested in making a third party, a first party, SSD expansion module, we're stuck with third party. Now, luckily, the third party companies that do this are all good at this. They've all got track records in making bits of kit like this, so it should be good. And they've all been tested. In fact, that's what the whole beta was about, basically. We were the guinea pigs. Well, not me personally, I didn't take part in the beta. I normally don't take part in betas. The only beta I ever took part in was the one that allowed me to change my PSN name. And for you long time boys and girls out there in the Zen fam, you know why I want to change my PSN name. It was a disaster zone. But that aside, so you won't sell us SSD expansion modules, which are quite expensive, would net you a tidy little profit, wouldn't take up much shelf space. You might have to do a little bit of explaining to punters about what each one does and stuff. But then again, chances are, if you're going out and buying an SSD expansion module for your PlayStation 5, you've probably done a bit of research before you've gone ahead to smack down that much cash. Right? I would imagine you would. So, with that in mind, game, why are you leaving money on the table? How many Xbox Series X mini fridges do you actually expect to sell? Realistically, come on. And if you're going to do the mini fridge, are you going to do the full size fridge? And how are you going to show that off in store? Where are you going to put that in your store? Because most of your stores ain't that big. I mean, you've got a couple of big ones, but most of your stores are quite titsy little fellas. Because, you don't really need that much space for, what you do. You do need some for storage and stuff and staff room and blah, blah, blah. And obviously for showing the products off. But most game stores I've ever been in are, shall we say, modest in size. So you're prepared to sell as fridges, but you're not prepared to sell as SSDs. One is an object of, hey, look at this funny thing, and the other one is hugely useful and something quite a lot of people want. And as more and more PlayStation 5s manage to get squeezed out of the factory, apparently Sony's going to open another factory. They're talking about opening another factory just so they can uptick production of PlayStation 5s. And since they've done the remodel where they've downsized the heat sink and taken it from the copper, replaced it with aluminium, and apparently it still works just as good. In fact, in some cases say it works better. They're upping PlayStation 5s. There's more and more tweets every day. I'm seeing people going, I got one! There's more and more PlayStation 5s going to be out there, which means it's an ever-expanding market of people who want to buy memory expansion. Because as much as I love the PlayStation 5, its memory is not great. So we want to expand, and you've got customers out there that want to buy them, and they're probably, if they could take the chance, they would want to buy it from you. And that means they're earning points. If they're earning points, they're coming back to store. They're coming to buy things. And seriously, game, what are you playing at? Just get SSDs in, so then we can buy SSDs. Have the fridges as well. Let people buy the fridges. It'd be all cool. And, sell me something that looks like a PlayStation 5 that has an auxiliary function. That'd be kind of neat. I don't know what it could do, but I'm game. No pun intended. Or maybe there is because I'm a dad. Anyway. That's a little bit of food for thought, guys. This video, by the way, was suggested by a Twitter user who's now part of the Zen Fam, an account by the name of Gaming Is For Everyone. So give this fella a wee look. Maybe even hit follow on his Twitter. Give a helping hand to one of the Zen Fam. Okay guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. You know the drill. Hashtag support Scottish YouTubers, and of course, as always, aye, nae bother.